Hello again, fellow BeachBum traders. Thank you for joining us for part 2 of our weekly trading game plan for the trading week of August 19th through August 23rd, where we'll be selecting our top swing trading stocks to watch, stocks in our bullpen, stocks in our shopping list. We'll also talk about how we can use dividend payers and several option strategies to also generate income while we wait for our top swing trading stocks to set up. So let's get started. Welcome to Big Short. Thank you for joining us. Nice to see you. Hope your trading is going well. So here's our Google document with our notes for the trading week for part 2 of the trading week of August 19th through August 23rd. We keep our notes for our weekly trading game plans in publicly accessible Google documents. You can find a direct link to this Google document in the description box below. Our notes documents contain links to bonus videos, tools, and resources we use to trade our top swing trading stocks. If you haven't already seen part 1 of our weekly trading game plan for this trading week, titled Warning Jackson Hole Ahead, we would highly recommend that you also view part 1, as that contains our market analysis, our trade strategies, trade ideas as input to selecting our top swing trading stocks to watch. We keep all of our weekly trading game plan notes, Google documents in a publicly accessible Google Drive folder, so you can refer back to the notes for part 1, as well as previous week's weekly trading game plans. And again, you can find a direct link to that publicly accessible Google Drive folder in the description box below. Welcome, Gerald Pitts, Ricky Khan. Thank you all for joining us in the chat today. Hope you all are doing well. So firstly, we'll go over a couple of our trade updates for this week, and we'll look at the charts for these trades in Webull. Firstly, we got stopped out of our latest long position in wheat. Wheat, again, is the ETF long on wheat futures. We had entered into this long on wheat on 726 at 496. We got stopped out on the 12th of August at 497, so it was pretty much a break even. As we saw yesterday, the futures for wheat are retesting that 550 level, got rejected. Looks like it's turning back down. We'll be looking for a re-entry to go long again at wheat near the 52-week low for wheat futures, which is 514.25 currently, and I do have a thinkorswim price alert set on that. Symbol for wheat futures is /CW in thinkorswim, and I have a price alert set up, and I'll show you where that will show up in our Discord if that gets triggered. Congratulations to any of our fellow BeachBum traders who profited from a recent scalp on wheat. Welcome, Takutsu C. Sorry if I butchered your name. Thank you for joining us. Nice to see you today. Our second trade update for this week is we got stopped out of our latest long position in YCL. YCL is the leveraged long position on the yen. We talked about we expected some action from the Bank of Japan. We finally got that interest rate hike. You had discussions of the unraveling of the yen carry trade. The yen ran up. Since then, it has rolled over. We got in probably too early on this trade. We got into YCL at on April 2nd at 23.27. We got stopped out on August 12th at 23.52. So we made a small profit, about 1%, equates to a monthly ROI of about 0.2%. However, our fellow BeachBum traders had plenty of opportunity to get in YCL at a much lower price, and hopefully you all made an even more significant profit from this trade idea long on the yen. So we'll see if we do get a significant rollover back down in the yen. We may take a shot at YCL again. Again, yesterday we looked at the ETFs that you can use, short-term leveraged ETFs you can use to short-term trade the yen, YCL long, YCS short. So just a quick reminder, although I don't ever recommend anyone blindly follow us into or out of trades. If it would help you profit, help you make money trading by seeing when we enter or exit a trade. You can get real-time notifications of that by joining our Patreon. I'll also show you several channels in our Discord where you can get notifications of our trades, as well as real-time price alerts. So we also have an automated system that generates real-time price alerts when stocks are moving up, breaking out, etc. So a great additional way for short-term traders, day traders, to get alerted when stocks are moving up, breaking out, etc. And you can get access to that automated generate alerts channel by joining our Patreon at the all access or VIP level. And you can see how you can use these real-time alerts to get alerts when stocks are moving up, breaking out, near price targets, etc. via the link to that video. So if I show you those channels in Discord real quickly, the first channel we have is a Thinkorswim TOS alerts channel. Again, I set up price alerts in Thinkorswim. When those get triggered, they get automatically posted to the Thinkorswim alerts channel in our Discord. If we do follow that up with a trade, then I would reply to that Thinkorswim alert with our actual entry point or exit point with that alert. You can see when our stops were triggered, I got those Thinkorswim alerts there. And then if it's not directly related to one of those Thinkorswim alerts, or we're closing a position that was posted in our trade alerts channel, then I'll reply to that in our trade alerts channel. And again, we have a real-time system that generates additional alerts when stocks are moving up, breaking out, near our price targets, and those get generated and automatically posted to the alerts channel. So you can see when EZJ was near our price target. Again, we get pivot points, support and resistance levels. Great way again to see sector rotation. So here we see XLB, materials breaking out. So again, for your short-term trading, you can see sector rotations, shifts, reversals in the market, trend changes, etc. So again, you can get access to all of that information by joining our Patreon at the all access or VIP level. Welcome, Fairchild. Glad to see you today as well. Hope you're doing well. So if I quickly look at these trades in Webull, firstly, here's our wheat trade. So again, we got into wheat last on the 26th. Probably didn't quite get the bottom on that either. So there was an opportunity for our BeachBum traders to get a lower price, a little bit of a scalp trade. You can see when it hit that resistance, got rejected on the 12th, and we got stopped out again, pretty much break even. You can see it's sort of trending down below its pivot point, but again, our entry for this ETF long on wheat is watching the wheat futures / CW in Thinkorswim. Long on the yen, again, we got in way too early back in April. So again, hopefully our BeachBum traders, made even more. We got in, up in here somewhere, 23.27. So yeah, right up in here, and then it subsequently broke down further. So you could have made, if you happen to catch the very bottom, get out at the very top, good $5, $5.65 per share profit. So again, congratulations to all of our fellow BeachBum traders who profited on that trade idea long the yen. You can see this YCL is pretty choppy. Again, it's since broke down, was consolidating, and then the past couple days been pretty volatile. Again, this is a very choppy ETF, hard to trade. It rebalances, I think, at 4 a.m., so a little tricky. Again, please share with the community if you profited from any of these trade ideas. Share it with your fellow traders. Encourage them to join us in the BeachBum trading community, and hopefully we can help them make money trading as well. Okay, let me grab a quick drink and we'll go over our top swing trading stocks to watch, our watch list updates for this week. Good morning, Alan Krantz. Thank you for joining us. Glad to see you again. So again, here's our top swing trading stocks to watch list. I'll go over the quick updates in our notes. Then we'll also look at these in our watch list Google Sheet and the charts in Webull. So firstly, we've been watching MP Materials for a while. It's pretty volatile, bounces pretty rapidly, had bounced up. We'll maybe see if we're getting a rollover. Again, rare earth materials company, a US-based rare earth mining company. You can hear our previous due diligence video on why we like MP Materials. Again, they reported a recent loss in their earnings, several downgrades. So we'll see if we can catch a bounce. Again, this one tends to bounce pretty quickly, as we'll see. I haven't had a lot of luck with catching those bounces in the past, but we'll see if I can in the future. Next one is MSB, Misabi Trust. We've been watching this, place sector rotations in steel. This again is the one of the ones we watch for trading cyclicality in steel, sector rotations in steel. Again, you can hear our thesis, our quick take due diligence on MSB via the link to the video in the notes. Trading oil. One of the individual stocks that we like to watch is PBT. PBT is a monthly dividend payer. It's a small monthly dividend. We'll see in our Dividend Payers Google Sheet. In the Permian Basin, seems to be moving with the price of oil, which has been somewhat volatile. Again, you can hear our thesis on why we like PBT as a monthly dividend payer on oil via the bonus link to that video in the notes. Been watching PERI on networks. We added that on July 31st. You can hear our discussion of our thesis on PERI via the link to the bonus video in the notes. It had been declining, gapping down significantly. They did report a little bit better earnings, so maybe that's the bottom on PERI. We'll be seeing if that's the bottom. It did turn up a little bit recently, so we'll see if we get a brief pullback and can catch PERI at the bottom going forward. Again, a technology, digital media advertising company. I'm going to take SVOL out of our watch list. SVOL, again, is a monthly dividend payer short on volatility. We saw after that spike 2 weeks ago in the VIX, it declined very rapidly. The VIX futures never did quite reach the level of the VIX. I think the futures only got in the 30s or so. But I believe a number of our BeachBum traders caught that short on the VIX using either SVOL or SVXY as our other favorite way to short the VIX. And congratulations if you caught that reversal, that spike in the VIX, and made a nice profit using either SVOL or SVXY. Again, please let us know if you were able to profit from those trade ideas. Again, we're putting wheat back in our watch list as we got stopped out. We just talked about that. We're looking forward to see if it's going to retest the bottom, make a new bottom in wheat, and we'll try again to scalp or swing long wheat. You can also see our watch list 24/7. Watch the stocks in our watch list by using our watch list Google Sheet, and you can get access 24/7 access to our watch list Google Sheet by joining our Patreon. It also contains our bullpen stocks that we'll be seeing, etc., price targets, and you can see how you can use our watch list Google Sheet to watch our top swing trading stocks to watch via the series of video links in the notes. So again, just to show you our watch list Google Sheet, the white columns are based on Google Finance functions. So when they're responding, it will give you near real-time pricing, but it contains our price targets, support and resistance. These are really support and resistance levels. So they're not necessarily recommendations. Again, none of our content should be considered financial advice. We're not financial advisors. All of our content is for education and entertainment purposes only, but these are our price targets to buy and take profit. Again, you can see the risk-reward profiles, optionality information, earnings information, etc., all in our watch list Google Sheet. So if we go into Webull and look at those charts, again, a nice thing about Webull is you can have multiple watch lists. It's easy to flip between the watch lists, quickly look at the charts for your various stocks. So again, here's MP Materials. You see a decline, quickly bounced at 10.02. So again, it has a tendency to bounce pretty quickly, went up, just breached that that R2 resistance point, rolled over. So again, we'll see if it's going to come down, retest the 10 area. That looks like a pretty good support. Again, the trick is watching level 2 as well, see where there's support. But again, when it bounces, it tends to bounce pretty quickly. So again, congratulations if you were able to catch that previous bounce and scalp MP for a profit. MSB Trust, again, it had a steep decline when oil dipped down, and when oil went back up, it bounced pretty quickly, has since come down to the pivot point. So we'll see around this, 1580, 16 seems to be a good support level. Again, a small monthly dividend. But again, we look for a swing. This is the steel company, so steel's been declining, had a little bit of a rebound, and we'll see if we can swing that cyclical on steel. PBT, again, Permian Basin Trust, monthly dividend payer. Again, this one's the one that's been volatile on oil, so oil ran up, it ran up a bit. This 1014 looks like a pretty decent support level, so we'll see if we get a retracement. We did see oil dip back down towards 75, so again, we'll see if we can get entry point in PBT, again, small monthly dividends, and then we can hold it for a while and collect that small monthly dividend. PERI, again, if we zoom out, we see, these major gap downs. Looks like it may have found a bottom 747, a little bit lower. I did again have slightly better earnings this time. So again, we'll see if that's a bottom. It did bounce on that earnings report. See if we get a slight pullback. This whole range, 850-ish, 8 looks not too bad, but it did have that dip down to 736. So again, we'll see if we get a rollover entry point in PERI, possibly decline in technology to push it down. And we talked about wheat. So again, wheat, WEAT is the long on wheat futures. So I hope that all helps. Let me grab a quick drink and we'll talk about our bullpen stocks. Just a quick reminder, if you're not already using Webull, you can still get 75 free fractional shares of stock and a bonus 2% for a 7% interest rate on your idle cash by opening and funding your account in Webull. If you fund it with 25K or more, you get the 75 free fractional shares of stock and the 7% interest rate for 30 days. Under 25K, you get 20 free fractional shares of stock. So get that bonus 7% APY for 30 days. And each shares of the fractional stocks is worth $3,000 to $3,000. So if you would join Webull with our affiliate link in the description box below, you can get all of your fractional shares. Also help support our BeachBum trading community, which we greatly appreciate. Welcome, Sydney Osborne. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. So here's our bullpen stocks. If you're new to our community, the concept of the bullpen stocks are ones that don't necessarily have the swing trading setup that I would like right now. For our top swing trading stocks to watch list, but I've identified that they may in the near future. So we put them in the bullpen, revisit them periodically. If their setup improves, then we put them in the game, move them up to our top swing trading stocks to watch list. Again, now in our watch list Google sheet, we can also watch our bullpen stocks. So it's a little bit easier to keep an eye on all of these in near real time during the trading day. So some updates to our bullpen this week. Taking Elway, Lifeway Foods out of the bullpen. We had been watching that as a defensive play, and they reported earnings. Their earnings were more positive. It jumped on those positive earnings, and I'm not going to chase it at this point. So you can hear our discussion on Lifeway. We'll see if it cycles back down at some point. Again, sector rotation, not a consumer defensive, and we can take a look at Elway in the future as well. Been watching Shutterstock in our bullpen. We added it back recently to our bullpen. It's run up a little bit. Again, you can hear our thesis of why we like Shutterstock, a potential AI-related adjacent play, and you can listen to that discussion via the link to the video in the notes. UROI is one of the uranium stocks that we like. I think the setup right now on UROI, they're also profitable. We saw sector rotation, cyclicality coming out of uranium. All the uraniums are coming down. You can hear about some of the other uranium stocks. I've also been kind of watching DNN, LEU, UUUU, although that one's not. Several of those are losing money recently. So again, I like UROI right now for this setup and their profitability to play that swing back up cyclicality in uranium. Again, I'm still watching like DNN and LEU as well. So other people, I know that some other people like CCJ as a uranium play. I saw some people mention CCJ. It's come down quite a bit as well. I didn't like the setup, the risk reward quite as much in that right now as UROI. So again, now in the bullpen sheet of our watch list Google sheet, you can also watch our bullpen stocks, price targets, etc., optionality, dividend information in the bullpen sheet in our watch list Google sheet. So if we look at the charts for our current bullpen stocks in Webull, here's Shutterstock. Again, it had run way up, run up to 46, came down, made a bottom at 33.70, pop back up a little bit. Looks like it's rolling over from that pivot point. So we'll see if we can get an entry at or near that recent bottom at 37 something. Looks like a pretty decent support level, 33.70 or so. UROI, again, the longer term bottom support on UROI is 181, made a recent low at 192, tends to have pretty good support right around 2, so 2, 201, 202. I watched level 2, see where that support comes in, see it bounced up a little bit in the past couple weeks, maybe rolling over. Again, the pivot points have been decreasing support, so making lower lows. We'll see right around 2 or so. I thought I'd be able to get in last week. It ran up a little bit and I was going to chase it. And now it looks like it may be rolling over. So we'll see if we can get an entry in UROI. Again, that's one, could move up to our top swing trading stocks to watch. But again, since I can also watch it in our Google sheet, not urgent. Okay, again, the concept of our shopping list stocks is we always recommend you have your list of stocks you want to buy on irrational reaction to earnings or an irrational reaction to the market like we had 2 weeks ago. So we had, kind of a back to school sale again in the markets, and we talked about that 2 weeks ago. So have your shopping list ready if we happen to get those kinds of reactions. Again, I just always recommend you stay away from zombie companies. We've still got higher for longer interest rates. We don't expect to cut till minimally September, and that may be less than what people expect. And again, we recommend staying away from zombie companies, zombie stocks, zombie ETFs. And if you want to know what those mean, you can refer to those videos in our notes. And now you can also watch our shopping list stocks in the shop list tab in our watch list Google sheet. So you can see kind of our price targets. Again, I can watch these during the trading day, see if anybody's declining significantly, opportunity to pick up stocks in our shopping list. And we have some of the yield maxes we'll take a look at in our dividend payers. We watch JEPI, JEPQ, several REITs we like, Land, LTC, O, Stag, etc. Here's MSB. Again, I watch DNN, another uranium play. So again, USOI for oil, Tesla, etc. So again, you can see what we've got in our shopping list, and if you have any recommendations, we'd love to hear those as well. Also, in talking about zombie stocks, you can use our biotech due diligence Google sheet to calculate the quarter's cash flow positive for any money losing stocks, so not just biotechs, but any money losing stock. And you can get access to that biotech due diligence sheet, make your own, and again, use that to make sure you're not at risk of an offering or reverse split, insolvency of any money losing stock by using our biotech due diligence Google sheet. If we have time today, I might pursue doing that calculation and going into further detail on BYGR, Voyager Therapeutics. So again, I'll come back to that if we have time today. Okay, let me grab a drink and we'll go over dividend payers. So if anyone in the chat has a dividend payer you'd like to specifically take a look at, I'll try to keep an eye on the chat, see if we can take a look at those particular stocks. Okay, in addition to our swing trading stocks. An additional way to generate income while you wait for your swing trading stocks to set up is by using Dividend Payers. So we use our Dividend Payers Google Sheet to set up a schedule of the types of dividend payers with the dividend yield, risk reward profile, categories, trends that we like using our Dividend Payers Google Sheet. And again, you can also use our Dividend Payers Google Sheet to set up your own schedule with the types of dividend payers, risk reward profiles, etc. that you would like by joining our Patreon at the All Access or VIP level. Again, we have a whole series of videos on how to find the best dividend paying stocks using our Dividend Payers Google Sheet, etc. And you can access that series via the link in our notes and also find them on our BeachBum Trading channel. So again, if anyone in the chat has a particular dividend payer you'd like to take a look at, we can do so. Just highlight a few of the ones that we had in our watch list, like PBT, MSB. So here's the dividend payment information on MSB, 30 cents a quarter. PBT, again, it's only 7 cents a month. Yesterday we talked about S-ball, so I did check in SVXY, that short does not pay a dividend. So if you're looking to hold a short on S-ball, and again, we talked about, we're on short on the VIX. We talked about this yesterday as well. You can see it pays 30 cents a month. Again, just be careful of the risk with a pop in volatility. Also the yield maxes. Got a number of the yield maxes. Again, I put all the yield maxes we have in our Google Sheet at the top of the ad sheet. Several of these we have in our main sheet, like APLY, TSLY, etc. And we have the others, several of the others listed on our ad sheet. So you can see their price changes, their current dividend information. I may move those up to our main sheet so they get updated by our automated systems. Again, if you want to see the distribution schedule for all the yield maxes, we have a link to the yield max distribution schedule in the references sheet of our Google Sheet. So we can see the next ex-dividend date for the yield maxes is 8/7. So again, or was 8/7. The next one is 9/6, so September 6th. So we just passed the August ex-dividend for the yield maxes. The next one is September 6th. So if we get a significant decline again in particularly some of the Mag 7s, we'll look for a support level in those, and possibly, again, I like TSLY for a decline in Tesla, or APLY decline in Apple. Welcome LinkedIn. Walter Lyons, if I missed you earlier, thank you for joining us. So again, I'm also watching, a number of the REITs, but they're all still up a bit. So like Land, Stag, etc. Land had started to come down. They had a little bit disappointing earnings, so that's one I am keeping an eye on. But again, you can use our dividend payers filter by whatever criteria you want, be it nominal yield, net yield, adjusted yield, which includes price appreciation, frequency. If you want monthly, you can see the ex-dividend dates, etc. And I'll leave this open if anyone has another dividend pair you want to take a look at. Another strategy we use to generate income while we wait for our top swing trading stocks to set up is several option strategies. Firstly, we sell covered calls against our position, buy them back when we sell them when their stocks are going up, buy them back when they're coming down. And we have a relatively new Google Sheet where you can do what if analysis on various covered call strategies. Again, you can get access and use this covered call Google Sheet to do your own what-if analysis on your own covered call strategies by joining our Patreon. We also have a video that describes how you can use that covered call Google Sheet to do what-if analysis on your covered call strategies. You can access that via the link in the notes. Our other option strategy is selling puts on stocks when they're going down, buy them back when they're going up. And we use our puts ROIC Google Sheet to identify opportunities to sell and then buy back puts. So we'll open that up and then we'll talk about some opportunities in selling and buying back puts. And again, you can also get access, 24/7 access to this puts ROIC Google Sheet by joining our Patreon at the All Access or VIP level. Again, also another great way to see, stocks that are significantly moving during the day. Just a couple quick updates to our puts ROIC Google Sheet from this week as I rolled all of the August 16 expirations. Again, Friday was August expiration, so I rolled those expirations to September on August 14th, so we could collect the data in preparation for this weekend. So now all of the near-term puts we're looking at are September. We do have some longer-term ones in there as well. Also lowered the strike on Etsy. Etsy broke down below the previous strike. So I found the next nearest one less than 30 delta, which is part of our criteria, and moved that down to 45. We do have a whole series of videos also on how you can use our puts ROIC Google Sheet to make money trading, and you can access that series via the link in the notes. And we have other videos on options in general, on various concepts, topics, and how you can make money trading options in our options playlist. So let me grab a quick drink and then we'll spin through our puts ROIC Google Sheet. If anyone has this, or one of the puts in particular you want to take a look at, we can also do that. Okay, here's our main page of our watch list for puts in our puts ROIC Google Sheet. See, I've got several strikes. I've got the September and January 25 on Disney at 80. Disney had been coming down. Again, we've discussed, we might sell puts, but right now the ROIC is pretty low. So we'd like, at least looks like it's got to get over 5 to give us a 5% or better ROIC. So we're watching that January put to see if that's profitable, or again, if Disney declines down around 80, we might just buy shares. I see it bounce up slightly on Friday. That's really the only one that's currently very attractive. Tesla had been coming down after, again, that negative reaction 2 weeks ago. But again, the ROIC is very low. So again, another one we're watching for the January and the October or September puts. We have quite a few others on the research tab, so we can spin through them very quickly, see if any of them have an ROIC of greater than 5, or if they broke it down below their strike. So again, you can use this shorter term options trading as well. You can see the near real-time movement in the stocks, check out the recent highs and lows. Again, the gray columns are updated by our automated system at the end of each day. So not truly real-time, but it'll give you an idea of potential opportunities, short-term opportunities also to sell and buy back puts. So we see Albemarle again, it's pretty good return if you're willing to take that chance on Albemarle. It's continued to kind of trail off. It does bounce occasionally, so again, maybe some short-term option trading opportunities in Albemarle. And we talked about lowering the strike on Etsy, so its ROIC is not really that attractive at that level. I do still have a sell out at, I think it's at 2 on Intel. That has not hit. Intel had declined. I've got the sell at 1750 as that is the nearest delta below 30 for Intel. So if we do get a steep decline in Intel, then we'll pick up those puts at 2 or better, and that gives us a 9% ROI. Mara is showing over 5% at a 15 strike price. They reported a loss on their earnings. I'm a little concerned with some of the individual miners, as after the halving, their costs may have gone significantly up. Also, we had Bitcoin come down, below 60. It bounced off 50 or so. So I'm not real eager to pursue that one. But if that's one that you're interested in pursuing, you can get a 6% or better ROIC on selling puts on Mara. So that's pretty much, again, we had that steep pop in the VIX, premiums got more attractive, and then it went right back to where it was. So again, premiums got crushed last week. So again, we'll see if we get a pop back up in the VIX and some become more attractive. Again, this puts ROIC Google Sheet we can use to take advantage of pops in the VIX, declines in some of these stocks, see if we can sell some puts, generate some additional income. So again, let us know what you think. If you have any other stocks you'd like us to add to our system, add to our puts ROIC Google Sheet, have our automated system collect the options information, please let us know in the comments or in our Discord of the strike prices, expiration dates. We could have more than one if you'd like, and we can add those to our systems, collect the data, add it to our puts ROIC Google Sheet, and then you can take advantage of those opportunities as well. So if anyone in the chat has a particular request for looking at a stock or discussing a topic, I see Big Short's mentioning one of the ETFs to trade BTC miners. Yeah, we have WGMI in our ETFs Google Sheet. We also have several others specific to Bitcoin, etc. Also Block, BITO, BITI. BITO is the long, BITI is the short. Big Short wants to look at CCJ, which we briefly mentioned is a uranium miner. So we'll take a look at that. I'll grab a drink in a second. Just a quick reminder, you can find links. We'll look at it in FinViz. Again, a quick reminder, you can find links to all the tools that we frequently use, trading platforms, etc. in the links section on our homepage. Our homepage is beachbumtrading.com, bum without the U. So if we go down to trading tools, FinViz, I'll bring up CCJ. So again, we see it topped out, rolled over. Again, uranium in general, all the uranium stocks kind of topped out, cycle back down. You see it's broken down below all of its moving averages. Their earnings were disappointing, but positive. Revenue disappointing, again, very disappointing, but again, positive. Bottomed after those earnings, bounced back up. So it's right now around 40, got, recent top 56 or so. If we zoom out a little bit, Again, it's still relatively high. So again, the bottom there is around 20. So, potential risk down, 20, upside, maybe 15 or so. So that's one of the reasons I don't particularly like the risk reward on CCJ as much as like UROI. And they are profitable. PE is also extremely high, 92. That's not too bad. Not highly shorted, not a lot of discrepancy between outstanding shares and float, some very small dividend. So again, short-term trade for the bounce, you can play that bounce, see if it's going to swing back up for shorter-term trades. But again, for a longer-term swing, I'm not a big fan of the risk-reward profile in CCJ as much as like UROI or DNN. If we look at DNN, though, I think they lost money on their last earnings. So also is showing this head and shoulders pattern. And yes, they lost money on their earnings. So again, another reason I like UROI better than some of the uranium plays. Is PE is still pretty high too, although not as high as CCJ. So I hope that all helps. Big Short says, yeah, CCJ is the CNBC favorite. So yeah. Okay. We grab a quick drink and see if there's any other particular stocks anyone in the chat wants to take a look at. Again, if I missed your question or your stock ticker, please throw that back in the chat. We take a look at those. Okay, I'll try to keep an eye on the chat, but since we do have a few minutes, let me go back to this biotech and use our biotech due diligence Google Sheet to calculate the quarter's cash flow positive for this BYGR, Voyager Therapeutics, Inc. The reason that I added this here is it's been popping up as a trading below cash in my queries, and I wanted to do a little further analysis on it, do some quick due diligence on Voyager Therapeutics, see if this is a biotech that we might be interested in potentially swing trading. I bring up Voyager and FinBiz quickly. We see it broke down below that multiple bottom at 750 or so. Their recent earnings, they reported a loss, but it was less than expected, better than expected revenue. Here it's showing that they do make money. It's got, a little bit high PE, not a big discrepancy between shares outstanding and shares float. And right now it's about 640. Looks like it might be bottoming and swinging back up. 52-week lows at 606. We look at their income statements, and we'll use that to calculate our quarter's cash flow positive. So I can fill in the rest of that in a minute. Again, you can find the key in the key section. So we want cash on hand, cash or short-term investments from the balance sheet. And again, this is another example how you can use our quarter's cash flow positive, our biotech due diligence sheet, to calculate how much cash they've got available. So balance sheet, cash and short-term investments. free cash flow from the cash flow statement. Free cash flow, again, it's going to be negative. They're losing money. Question is, how long till they have to do an offering or run out? So just that quick, simple calculation will show us that Voyager has 11 quarters of cash available, so they're not at risk of having to do an offering given the current data. The quarter reported as of 6/30, so they've got plenty of quarters. Now the question next is, what kind of catalyst do they have? So we'll also quickly take a look at their homepage and see if we can determine what kind of future catalysts they might have. Gonna pop back up. So again, you can access the homepage for a stock in FinViz via the link to their name. Let me copy their name into our spreadsheet. Look at their home. Let's look at their profile. I'll open their homepage and we'll look at their profile in FinViz as well. So development of treatments for severe neurological diseases, gene therapy. So again, some very positive potential. They're in Massachusetts, been around since 2013. So again, if we look at their homepage, you can find further information. I want to see their pipeline, see what kind of catalysts. So they've got Alzheimer's, ALS. So again, very difficult diseases. They're in very early phases. So potential catalyst, phase 2, phase 3, reporting of some of these. They've got some partnerships, so that probably is where they're getting their revenue. They've also got some gene therapy licenses to people like Novo Nordisk, Axon, AstraZeneca. So again, they do have revenue. They're making some money. They've got plenty of cash. So again, we could dig deeper and look at dates for some of these trials. We have several videos where we dug into how to find the dates for several of these catalysts, and you can refer to those videos. I'm not going to do that today, but again, may warrant some further due diligence. But I did want to see what their cash position was and some potential catalysts, and then maybe we'll think about that and maybe consider Voyager for a potential swing trade for a biotech, even though again they lost money in their most recent quarter. And it looks like they've lost money quite a bit. And they get some probably license cash payments, shows positive. So again, it was showing, their cash showing 680. They're currently trading at 640. So it's popping up in my queries as trading below cash. And a profitable biotech trading below cash tends to be potentially attractive. So if anybody else has any experience with Voyager Therapeutics, if you've traded it before, if you like it, why or why not, please put it in the comments to this video or in our Discord. Again, other than the few channels I mentioned that are exclusive to our Patreon members, our Discord's free to join. We've got plenty of channels talking about trading different asset classes, different trading styles. You can find groups of traders and discuss your trading with groups of traders that trade whatever asset class or use whatever trading styles you prefer, and help each other out, make money trading in our free Discord. Welcome born to be free if I missed you earlier or anyone else. I see several people talking about some of the MPOX stocks. I know those popped up on this health center warning on MPOX, GovX, SIGA, etc. Again, just be careful with those. They tend to pop and then they might drop an offering, retrace pretty quickly. So again, very short-term opportunities. And again, if you're very nimble, just be careful, protect your profits. So I hope that all helps. Again, if anybody else has any other stocks, questions, comments, please put them in the comments to this video or in our Discord. Please tag us in the Discord. Our ID is BeachBum Trading, all lowercase, no other characters, numbers, etc. Anyone else is an imposter, and we would not DM you or ask you for money in a message without letting you know we were going to contact you first. So anyone else, again, is an imposter, please ignore and report them. Again, also, if you have any recommendations for how we can improve our weekly trading game plans, any of our other videos, tools, again, we would love your feedback and comments to any of our videos. In our Discord, again, we have a suggestion box. You can also put those recommendations in our Discord. We hope you like this content. We'd greatly appreciate it if you'd smash the like button. Help us try to get the YouTube algorithm to eventually show us some love and share our content with more traders around the world. We'd greatly appreciate it. We need your help directly sharing our content, reposting our content on your social media sites, etc., to continue to grow our BeachBum trading community. The more traders we have in our chats and our Discord, helping each other make money trading, succeed in your trading career, is mutually beneficial for everyone. So again, thank you for everyone in the chat for participating and everyone watching after the fact. And please let us know what we can do to help you make money trading, help you succeed in your trading career. We hope to see you all back next week for our next weekly trading game plan, 10 a.m. Saturdays and Sundays for our weekly trading game plans. And thank you again and have a great trading week.